How's it going, everyone? We've got some PlayStation Plus updates to go over in this video. There was a bit of, I guess, a question mark, you could say. A game that most of us had thought was going to be an October PlayStation Plus title seems to have been shifted to a November Plus title. We'll talk about that as the release date has been updated on the PlayStation Store, and the release date would coincide with the date that the November Plus titles would be dropping. So we'll talk about that. Bit of an update on PlayStation Plus as far as an offer that they got on people looking to buy a PlayStation 5 console. You can get a couple of months of PlayStation Plus with your console, so we'll talk about that. Free upgrade tied to PS Plus Extra, and do want to highlight some free DLC and make note of the extra titles for the month of October rolling out tomorrow. I think it's pretty decent, you know, thematically for the Halloween time. I actually like it, but we'll talk that at the end of this video. I still think Plus Premium is a scam, but speaking of PlayStation Plus Premium, you know, PlayStation really upping the ante in the month of October. You're getting a total of how many games for Plus Premium? One. Yes, you know, you can't get 2 or 3 games. One game is all you get. You're gonna pay the premium, alright? And you're gonna get your one game and you're gonna like it. No, but seriously, we had also thought that Tomb Raider Anniversary was gonna be a Plus title for the month of October. Unfortunately, that is not the case. However, it does look like it'll be a Plus title for the month of November, as the release date on the official PlayStation Store's website has been updated to November the 18th of this year, of course, and that would coincide with when the Plus games are dropping in November. That would be a Tuesday. That's when the Plus games always drop. This is an emulation of the classic PS2 action-adventure title Tomb Raider Anniversary, playable on PS4 and PS5, so this isn't a remaster. It's not something that's being done by Aspyr, for example, and it's an upgraded release. It's literally an emulation of that PS2 title. Tomb Raider Anniversary retraces Lara Croft's original genre-defining adventure, globetrotting third-person action-adventure in pursuit of the legendary Scion artifact. Reimagined, Anniversary delivers a dynamic, fluidly and fast Lara Croft, massive environments of stunning visuals, intense combat and game pacing, and an enhanced and clarified original story. So this is Tomb Raider Anniversary, again, November the 18th. I've always said, you know, the Tomb Raider games pre-Tomb Raider 2013, not really my cup of tea. Tomb Raider 2013 made me a gigantic fan of the series, but obviously that's the subsequent games, 2013, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which, by the way, all of those games are available on PlayStation Plus Extra, so if you want to play those games, I would highly recommend you to do so. But there you go with that. Tomb Raider Anniversary most likely will be a Plus title in the month of November, but it will be a Plus Premium game, which I still stand by the fact that I think it's a gigantic scam. I think it's a gigantic failure in the sense of consumer expectation relative to what it is now. And maybe you can say my expectations as a consumer were way too high for PlayStation Plus Premium. Yeah, maybe asking for more than a game a month or asking for high quality titles from their vault catalog of games, but I'm a broken record as far as that's concerned. But speaking of Plus Premium, if you're looking to pick up a PlayStation 5 or a PS5 Pro console, Sony and PlayStation Direct's website are running a promotion until tomorrow for 3 months free of PlayStation Plus Premium alongside your purchase. Now, of course, you are paying a premium, given that the PS5 Pro is up to $749 and the digital edition console, which is 825 gigabytes, mind you, is $499. And having only 825 gigabytes, man, that extra 175 gigabytes definitely a limiting factor, especially if you plan on being a Plus Extra subscriber. You're talking about so many games that you can download. A lot of great PS4 games are still on there. I think Plus Extra, you know, as much as I crap on Plus Premium, I think Plus Extra has been fairly good, like fairly decent, all things considered. It's always a little bit difficult because the natural comparison is going to be Xbox Game Pass, but guess what? Game Pass has upped in price. Ultimate is $30 a month, and I still think Ultimate is a decent value given all the games you're getting. I mean, I can get into this debate all day long as far as the value of Game Pass, the long-term viability of it, and so on and so forth, and I just think you have to assess PlayStation Plus, at least Plus Extra, for what it is standalone. That's why, you know, you can say, hey, compare it to Game Pass and whatnot, but I think if you just assess it for what it is as far as the games that Plus Extra is offering you, there's a lot of great stuff on there. Cyberpunk, Death Stranding 1, God of War Ragnarok, Hogwarts Legacy, Last of Us Part 1 and 2. There's a lot of great games. The only thing I don't like that Sony does is that they do cycle in and out their own first-party games. I think once a first-party game is added, can you just leave it in there? Like, you added Infamous Second Son, I should say. Why do you gotta pull it out? Like, pull out Infamous Second Son, pull out Horizon Zero Dawn. I get it in the case of Horizon Zero Dawn, it was so they could sell you the remaster, but still, just not a big fan of that. You know, there's always gonna be the cycling of games in a subscription service. I get that. But let me get a guarantee on the first-party games. Like, the first-party games, you're not signing any deals on those. You're just throwing them up on the Plus service. You own the games and, you know, leave those games on the service. That's the one thing, as far as extra is concerned, that I'm really down on. And the fact is, if you've been paying attention, the amount of games getting added every month has gone down. It used to be every month you would get 11, 12, 13 games getting added. It has fallen to, you know, some months it'll be 7 games, 8 games, even 6 games earlier this year. I believe it was in April. So, you know, obviously, I keep on tab of these things, and that's a bummer as well. But nonetheless, I think Plus Extra, for the most part, has been pretty decent, and Premium, 3 months free of that. Obviously, with Premium, you get the extra benefits, so on and so forth. The Digital Edition console is $500. The Pro console is $749. I should also note, for those of you that are looking to buy physical games, they do have a autumn sale rolling on right now, and a lot of great physical game deals available. The typical stuff, you know, Ghost of Tsushima, $30, Death Stranding, $250, Spider-Man 2, $40, Last of Us Part 1, $30, God of War Ragnarok, $30, Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered, $30, Spider-Man Miles Morales and Miles Morales Ultimate Edition is $40, Horizon Forbidden West Complete Edition is $40, Death Stranding 1 is $20, Stellar Blade is $50, and there's more stuff there, so have a gander at that as well. Oh, and by the way, there is a Ghost of Yotei console that is available, $599 with the faceplate and whatnot. That is a Slim Edition console, and you'll get a full game voucher code for Yotei, and it's on a 1TB SSD, so yeah. Beats out the 825 gigabytes. That's probably the route I would go, to be honest, if you were to buy a console. You get the disk drive with it, $599, you get Yotei, which is probably a game you'd pick up anyway, so I think that's a pretty good buy, and you'd get the 3 months of PlayStation Plus, so good stuff there as well. There's also an NBA 2K26 bundle if you want to get that. Moving on from that, a couple quick notes. Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun does have a free upgrade, PlayStation 5 upgrade on that. It is available on PS Plus Extra. Mentioned this a few times, but 4K, 60 frames per second, fast loading times on the PS5 version of the game. Definitely something worthwhile to check out there. And then you do have the free DLC in V Rising Haunted Knights Castle Pack. That is available for free, and V Rising will be added as a PlayStation Plus Extra title tomorrow, so you'll be able to jump on that. And the whole catalog of extra titles rolling out tomorrow I actually think is pretty good. Silent Hill 2, Until Dawn the Remake, which is still going for a hefty price point. You've got Yakuza Like a Dragon, which was recently a Plus Essential title, As Dusk Falls. So some good stuff getting added, and Silent Hill 2 definitely carrying the value for the most part. But that's going to do it for me. Again, Tomb Raider Anniversary, chances are, will be a Plus title come next month. You've got the offer on PlayStation Direct if you want to take advantage of that. Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun has an upgrade, and V Rising's Haunted Knights Castle Pack, the Plus Extra catalog update, will be live tomorrow, and Tekken 3 on Plus Premium. Can't forget to mention that. That'll do it for me. All your thoughts down below. As always, sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.